Good morning, everyone. I'm David. How are you doing? Yeah, me too. A bit exhausted, to be honest. Lots of input. Yeah, what shall we do? Any preference? None? Okay. My preference would be to share with you the Geesinknorba story. Are you okay with this? Yes. Yeah? Some of you might have already seen the video. There's a video, right, going around Bizagi, Geesinknorba, something like this. And it transports lots of things. For instance, the achievements. Yeah, so 45% efficiency, 40% output, decrease of lead time, 20%, all these things. By the way, 20% it wasn't mentioned, but anyhow. ISO certification, all these brilliant things. But it's just a trailer, you know? It's a trailer. It's a 5 minutes trailer for a 20 minutes movie now. So it's yeah. I would like to share the story behind it. So if you're only interested in the numbers, it's done. You can watch the video. But I really love to share with you what's behind it. And therefore, I would love to ask you. I know it's hard after 2 days of lots of input to free up your mind a bit, okay? So just free up your mind a bit, join with me this journey, and also try to change the perspective maybe. And if you, after these 20 minutes of story, tell me, hey, this German guy tells me lots of crazy rubbish, then it's fully fine. The only thing, it's likely that it will happen like this, but anyhow. The only thing I would love to ask you is to tell me why. Because I'm really eager to learn more about it. The background is, my profession is to help organizations to do transformations. In Guy's words, to reach the new curve, the next level. Yeah? That is what I'm doing now already 10 years roughly. And I do this from outside in. This means as an external consultant. But in the recent projects, also at Geesink, from inside out. What does it mean? It's an interim management function. So some of the people are maybe not that familiar with interim management, but it's a kind of, I took the position temporarily of the chief of operations at Geesink and now also at another company. And the wonderful thing with this is you're not only consulting change, you're doing change. And also the perception within the organization is different because you're seen as one of them. Okay, so you're part of the organization, which helps you to make steps. The other thing is interim management. If you choose for interim management, it's also a bit, it's not the cheapest solution. Let's put it like this. Okay, so it is more expensive than permanent employment. But they are willing, these companies, and that's the why, so the why is already answered, these companies are willing to make the next step. Some of them, like Geesink, they needed to have a turnaround, okay? Some of them, like the company where I am, they only want to reach the next level, but I can be busy with the how and with what, okay? So with what and with the how. To give you a picture, what I do with these organizations is, these organizations are in the Death Valley, for instance, in the desert. They are on their way somewhere at the bottom and trying to find their way out, but they're just drilling further into the dark. So what I'm literally doing is, as an eagle, okay, you would not say David is an eagle, but anyhow, but just for the picture, if you have a better picture, let me know afterwards. So as an eagle, come to this organization, take this organization as it is, and put it already onto the next level. Okay? What does it mean? It's only, how can I say this? How do I do this? Yeah, that's a good question. To treat them people differently. Okay? So I just trust them, and I tell them that I trust them, that they are good. Yeah? If they need to increase the performance, they already knew it, but they were treated, you need to increase the performance, for instance. And I tell them, hey, we together increase the performance. So that's the first step. So it's just motivation. It's just treating them a bit differently. But it will not make them stay on that level. Yeah, that's also something I've learned. So, and what the lessons learned for me was, if we talk about organizations, you can also compare organizations with human beings or with animals, doesn't matter. Because if you see human beings, they are, if you go very into detail, then you can see the DNA. It's like a helix. You know this helix, yeah? Right, wonderful thing. So, and the lines outside, it's processes. You can compare it with processes. So you have processes, right, running through the organization. And then there's structure in between. So it's linking. And this structure is nothing else than people, organizational structure, IT systems, whatever. But also human beings are able to create a DNA chemically. Yeah, we can create this. But the problem with this DNA is it doesn't live. And we cannot make it live. Okay, we need something else, which could be a soul. You can soul, yeah? You can also transfer soul to an idea. So an idea, why should I exist? Other ones say it's a vision, it's a motto, it's whatever. But you need to give these people something, a reason to exist, these organizations. And if you have found this combination, this organization is able to put it further, yeah? And to improve further. So with Geesink, it was the company itself, it's Refuse Collecting Vehicles, RCVs. You know something about this? Me neither before I joined them, but it's anyhow. So it's a company which is located in the Netherlands. Yeah, but they have 150 years of history in producing these machines. Okay, they have branches, 7 different branches, selling the units all over the world, and in total, they did in 2017 roughly produced 550 units or something, which is far too low for them. Yeah, also the market is much bigger. But there was a serious problem with this company. They were sold in 2003 with an EBIT margin of 15%. Okay, so they earned roughly 15 to 20 million euros every year. Only 1 year later, after this acquisition, they had the first loss. And they had 15 years of losses. 15 years with 5 different owners. So there's something wrong in this DNA. Okay? And they did 2 things. On the one hand, they provided an operation system, an operations thinking. It was lean management. There's nothing wrong with lean management, but the application is tricky in an environment where you have high variation and low numbers, which is the case at Geesink, because 90 to 99% of the units are customized, really customized. So it's high complexity. And if you go through the lean application and lean management, everybody's telling you need to reduce waste, right? So. And that's fine, reduce waste. But the problem is that you say, okay, if it's not waste, it should be value, right? So everything which is not waste is value. But that's a bit tricky because one of the lean principles is categories of waste. And there's one thing in 7 categories of waste, one thing in variation. So, but the problem is for the customers of Geesink, variation is the value. And if you then try to literally to drive lean into this organization, automotive lean, then you have a problem because you have an operation system not matching with the customer needs on the one hand and also not matching with the structure. Because the motto of this company was, I found it back 15 years ago, was Geesink builds for every container, so for every refuse container, the right vehicle. So that's, with this they were successful, everything was built on it. And from one day to the other, it was gone. So, and they did lean projects, lots of them, and simply failed. So the challenge for us was, on the one hand, to get the people again motivated, because 15 years of losses. Yeah, we can also do another 15 years with losses. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're still here. It was not the way of thinking, but could be. Yeah? And also, how can we regain an operation system which is matching this? And nowadays, you need to have something, if you follow the DNA, on the one hand the processes, but also on the other hand, platforms, IT applications who are supporting this. So what we did is, on the one hand, motivation. With this motivation, we gained already 20% more efficiency within a very short period of time. But again, this is not sustainable. Yeah, I did projects 10 years ago where I stepped out of the company. Great success. Yeah, everybody was happy with this project. I stepped out of this company, and a few weeks later, a few months later, it was gone. They were back in old behavior, and they were back on the not that good performance level. Okay, and I was asking me, why is that the case? So you really need to combine the things. You need to really make the steps on the structural process side, but also on the structural side, IT platform, and give them, again, an idea. And then, our thinking was, how can we create something which is delivering this? And these are results. Increase of efficiency, better process documentations, and all these are results. So we needed to create something which is able to deliver this. Yeah? On the one hand, we reviewed our processes. On the other hand, we reviewed the structure, and then we needed to find something which is capable to support us. And we came to Bizagi. Yeah, why to Bizagi? What was the reason behind it? So if you talk about manufacturing, yeah, you're talking about Industry 4.0. The Germans, I'm a German, by the way, yeah? The Germans spent already billions of, no, not dollars, euros, in this, yeah, and try to improve things and communication with robots, all these wonderful things. On the other hand, you have smart factories, and companies are busy over years with a smart factory. Okay, why is this the case? Yeah, it's complex. So, and that's why lots of the colleagues here tell you just start with one process. Okay, that's fine, that's good, could work, can work in other applications or in other circumstances, companies, but not at Geesink. If I say now, okay, I just take this process, for instance, for this product. Yeah, then I have a company, a factory, which is running this product, but next to this product, lots of products are running which are not considering the new model. So then, yeah, it's not that beneficial. The other thing is they were so long busy with lean. The first action with lean is value stream mapping. Did anyone do value stream mapping so far? Wonderful, right? Yeah. Value stream mapping, wonderful. You can see everything, and then it's the process. And then it comes to the stage where they say, we start with a happy flow. Yeah, so the happy flow, yeah, I'm really curious about the happy flow, because the happy flow is only 1% in companies where I work. Yeah, because the happy flow, the standard, is exceptions. And this is something we need to deal with. On the other hand, Geesink, yeah, they only used paperwork. Okay, so we had a factory which was not, there was nothing invested 20 years roughly. Yeah, because on the one hand, the guys who wanted to sell Geesink 15 years ago, they did not invest that much to make it nice looking and get a nice price for it, right? And the others, yeah, they said, Geesink need to perform, and afterwards we can invest. So my father told me as a small boy, where nothing exists, nothing can grow. So I thought about it and I said, Dad, yeah, it's not always right, but the principle is and it's also something Rui told us yesterday. There he is. So you need to let see something. On the one hand, you need to believe, but you need to let results see. And this we did with the motivation, with better performance, and all these things. But then, yeah, coming to the Industry 4.0 and also to the smart factory, how can we deal with this complexity? It was not possible for the people. They were not used to digital applications, and they were really reluctant to do the next value stream mapping for the smart factory, which is necessary to integrate all the processes. In the work in progress, we have roughly 100 units. One unit consists of different trucks, so you can have Mercedes trucks, you can have DAF trucks, Scania trucks, whatever. And it has roughly 1,200 items you need to mount or to weld, so it consists of 1,200 different articles. Highly customized also on electrics, on hydraulics, on software, on whatever. So quite complex. And also the DAF colleagues or the Mercedes colleagues, yeah, if you talk about how many Mercedes trucks Geesink needs per year, roughly 100 or something, which is not that much for them, for Mercedes. So Mercedes says, We do not use the Geesink standard, we use our own standards. Then you also need to have the communication with the different chassis and all the things. So it's quite complex. But yeah, I've asked the question, my father told me, is there anything I can use? So is there anything existing? And what was existing was passion. Passion from the people for their product. Lots of these people still work in this company. So they work more than 15 years of losses, but they are committed to this product. So, and they are telling, or they say, it's a unit. So there this came from. So we were talking about a smart unit. Yeah, we want to be smart, our products want to be smart. And we invented a slogan, which is, our smart machines collect and compact always in the most convenient way. Okay, it's a bit long, but the people got it. So they got a message how to work with. And what we did then is we let them focus on the pathway of one unit. If someone now, and this is a bit comparison, smart factory to smart unit, if someone would ask you now, tomorrow, to take over the full car traffic in Miami and organize it, orchestrate it, you would say, 2 years, 5 years, I do not know how long it will take. Yeah? But if you say, just navigate one car tomorrow, ideally through the city to the airport. I need to go tomorrow, so if someone can do it, you can pick me up, right? Then it's a different thing, because complexity is decreasing suddenly. We have a throughput time of roughly 6 weeks in production. Yeah, it was 8 weeks, now roughly 6 weeks. But over 6 weeks, so much can happen. Yeah? And what we said is, can we control this complexity? And the answer is, most definitely, no. And it's not bad not to control the complexity. We just accept it. And what we did is, the solution we had is we put the smart unit in the center. We used, therefore, an algorithm, a decision-making algorithm for these units. So these units are considering their specifications, resource availability, lead times, all these things, and make the best decision for them. So they navigate themselves through the production. And the big change is also, Bizagi itself is an application exactly like processes and how you would build up a smart factory. So there was a point where we said, okay, we need to do something different. And what it was is, I asked these guys, we have really, really a good partner with Nimble Institute. They're not here, so I can tell you that they're really good. And they were also challenging. We were also challenging each other. And what I asked them is, I want to have the unit as the user. Okay? Why? Because the unit is in the center, and the unit is asking for things. Have you ever been to different factories? I think so. Right then, you see the guys, operators with scanners. Boop, it's me. Boop, it's the order. Right? So, and then you are identified, and then you can work on this order. At Geesink, it's different. Because now, iPads are going with this unit. You don't need to identify. The unit identifies itself. It says, hey, I'm unit ABC, and I want you to do on me this and that. Okay? Perfect. Quite easy. Yeah? But they told me it's not possible. Yeah, you're producing too many units. Yeah, it's not possible. We cannot make that much users. I said, that's your problem, not mine, right? The funny thing is, it was Evert, a great guy, yeah, really smart guy. I would say, literally, he's a genius. I would never tell him, because then he would ask for more money. But anyhow, he was really, really great. And the first day when I was thinking it through with him, he said, great idea. Yeah, perfect. The next day he came to me back and said, David, I've talked to the people around and to our experts, developers, and they told me it's rubbish. It's bullshit. We cannot do it. We need to find another way. I said, yeah, but we need this. Maybe Bizagi is not the right thing then. Yeah. One day later, he came to me. He said, David, we cannot make the units the users. But what would be if we can make the iPads the users within the factory? I said, I don't care, because the unit is the user then. Perfect. Yeah, perfect solution. So we have 50 iPads in one factory hall going with these units, and they are changing then. Okay, if one is ready, it's gone, the other one is coming. So perfect solution, really great. Yeah, and then one unit, in terms of complexity, doesn't need to consider all these 100 others. It just considers the one which is next to them, for instance. And then the unit decides, I need to go on the line now, or if the line is not the right thing, I need to have a bay built, for instance. It depends on the specifications and all these things. So it's really a simplified solution. And the wonderful thing herewith was that the people can connect to it, because they were so passionate about their units, and they're not talking about smart units, applying also lean tools. It doesn't matter, yeah. But they're really enthusiastic about this. So our solution to make it a bit more tangible is that we digitalize the processes. On the one hand, you can see here also the iPads. On the other hand, automated it. Yeah, we also apply the machine learning, for instance. So if they make decisions, it's going to calculate, was this the right decision, and we learn from it. So it's not only, everybody's talking about, we want to have informed people, right? Informed people to make the right choice. So that's the same principle. We want to have informed units to make the right choice. But there's also a level above, beside this algorithm we have to make the decisions, there's a level above. It's kind of university, right? So where these units can learn from each other. So the next time it's iterating and it's improving. That's really great. Yeah, and we had these process applications to use. On the one hand, for instance, they have now checklists. Yeah, the people have checklists. So if the unit comes, it says, I want you to do me this and this and this. You can test the unit. It's integrated with the testing systems we have, and also we can create reports, status reports, and all the things. So it's really working, and they see the benefit of it. Drawings, for instance, because sometimes also prototypes are going through the line, yeah, through the production line, and then something is not matching. It doesn't work. It was a really great drawing, but it's not working. So the question is how to reach out then to the engineering. In the past, they were walking. So and if you have production guys walking, it's not that productive, right? So it's production walking. It's not that good. They were walking and reaching out to the engineering department, which is more or less close by, and asked, okay, how can I adjust this? Now they have the possibility to park this unit, for instance, and to steer these informations or send these informations via Bizagi. So it's integrated. We have integrated processes. We also, the company is also currently busy with integrating the branches so that they have status reports. And what we also do is we will copy what we've learned. So the intelligence of the unit, we will copy to the electronical controller. So we have an electrical controller on the unit, and it will be able to handle this decision-making process. Why? Because a wonderful thing with smart units instead of smart factory is that the smart unit stays smart, also in the field. If you see a refuse collecting vehicle lasts for 10 years roughly, and with only 8, 6, 10 weeks, whatever, within production. So the shortest time is a smart factory. And then other companies are busy with smart factory on the one hand, years, yeah? On the other hand, smart maintenance, preventive maintenance, all these things, yeah? And we have found a solution together with Bizagi and together with our partners to do this in one shot, okay? To have one platform, to have one principle, just talking about the smart units. How did we do this? It was, agile. It was integrating the people. You can here see Evert, the genius in the middle, but it doesn't matter. Next to Evert, also quite interesting, is Henk van Sommeren. You will recognize him from the video, maybe, if you've seen the video. He's the quality manager, head of quality at Geesinknorba, and he works there for 27 years. Yeah? Henk, it was one day, Henk came to me and said, David, I would like you to know something. And I said, okay, Henk, go ahead. What's on? And he said, David, I'm working here now for 27 years. We have had initiatives, but something with this is now different. And I say, can you explain why? What? Yeah, what is different? And he says, it feels natural. This project feels natural. It feels organic. Okay? It feels good. So everybody was enthusiastic to provide input. We needed to to learn this also. The first sprint was a mess. Okay, we started with this idea in October somewhere, had the first demo in November, and the first live sprint we delivered in February, beginning February, and it was not that good, to be honest. We needed to learn, we needed to adapt. The second one was already better. Yeah, the third one, from the third one onwards, the units already made decisions themselves. Now it's my turn. Now I am the next one to go to the line. Yeah. Really, really good. And the people, step by step, learn better how to do this. These are the outcomes. You see this, that we decreased the lead time, we increased the output, efficiency also. I need to say it was also not the highest level, okay, where Geesink was. But it's remarkable for this company, and it's the basis, the fundamental basis for them to survive in the future, and again to be profitable again, which is now quite close. What is the future? Last thing, the future is to make these units also smart on the road. Yeah, because the intelligence will be there. And one thing is data protection also. So we have lots of customers who are not willing to be controlled remotely by everyone. Yeah? So there's the question, if the unit is able to control it, to control itself better and to say what's the need, because it analyzes already the data and takes a decision or makes a proposal, it's much better. Yeah, you have much more. Yeah, you do not need to send all that data. And once again, Henk, you know Henk, yeah. And Henk, when I'm thinking about big data, I'm always thinking about Henk. Henk is sitting on his desk at his desk with a screen, and then he gets a problem, a quality problem, yeah, for instance. And then he has a list, Excel list with all these units, and he sets the first filter. Okay. And then the second one, first filter, 900 or 9,000 units of 10,000 units are gone. Yeah, second filter, another 90. So 10 out of 10,000 are still relevant in his side. Yeah. So and the same is, you can say you have 100 hangs or whatever, but the same is with big data. Yeah. So everything you analyze, you are excluding units. Yeah. You do not take care of them at this moment, at this specific moment. But if we have smart units, they will always, at any time, take care of themselves at least. And we have another possibility to improve them and also take care of them. So that's informed units can make informed choice. And then the final question is, to me, we delivered this within 8 months. To me it was, is it still there? Are they still on track, Geesink? Or does the same happen now again? Like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I have met the management team a few weeks ago. We had a dinner together, and they're really following this track. And the message from them was, hey, David, what's wonderful is there's a new COO now, but they're using this structure, they're using this platform. At the end of the day, they're using the DNA. And my message today is the message of Henk. If you're busy with digital transformation, make sure that it feels natural or organic, because that's the way you will have success. Thanks a lot for your attention.
Does anybody have any questions for David at all?
Comments would be much better, but you may also ask questions for sure.
Okay. All right, no problems. Thank you, David. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.